Have you ever given any thought to your electrical system and how power gets to your house? I'm going to give you a little overview of how it all works. Alright, you see those big 3 lines going down from phone pole to phone pole? Those 3 lines, each line is one phase of the 3-phase power system. And depending on your local utility, it can have quite a bit of voltage in it. I've seen numbers 2400, 4160, 7200, 12,470, 13,200, or even 23,000. Most of the ones around here I believe are in about the 4,000 to 7,000 volt range. But that is the main power coming to your neighborhood. And the power going to your house comes off of one phase of those 3 phases. If you look on top of your phone pole, outside your house, you may not see 3 wires, you may see only 2 or 1. That's because the 3 phases have been branched off and one line is enough to power all the streets, all the houses on your street. So look at my transformer up there. You see up there, one thin little wire is clamped onto that main distribution line, and it goes to my local 25 kilowatt transformer. And this transformer steps it down to 240 volts AC split phase with 2 120 volt legs and a neutral. And from here, they're on the other side here, I can't see them too well in this picture, but the 3 lines come down. Usually the top one of the 3, the transformer powers these lower 3 wires right here, 1, 2, 3. Usually the top one is the neutral. It has the bare aluminum wire. Then you have 2 120 volt legs below it. Now, my power comes right off the telephone pole, right at the transformer. So those 3 lines go to my house and powers my house for everything I do in there. And up here, these 3 lines run up the street a few telephone poles. And these 3 wires tap off to the house next door. And if you follow these wires up and down your street, you'll see they go a couple of phone poles in each direction. Now, my transformer is powering 7 houses right here in this area. Then you'll see these 3 lines stop, and down the street another transformer picks up and has its set of 3 lines to power another small group of houses. So that's my brief explanation of how you get power to your house. And I've found it amazing that the utility companies don't follow, they don't tell you they have to follow the codes that you're given for in your house. That they use very thin wires, they're overloaded by the standards you would have to follow in your house. But, you know, it's outside, the wires are able to stay cooler because they're out in the open air, so that helps. But this is a standard, single split phase example. I'm going to show you another video of a commercial 3-phase power system in a neighboring town. Okay, this is an example of the 480 volt 3-phase configuration that a lot of businesses and industries have. Way up at the top you have the 3 high voltage phase wires going, and from each phase wire you have one thin little wire coming down to each of the 3 transformers. And then on each of the 3 transformers, the center cable is the neutral, and they are all tied together. So you have one neutral line and 3 phase lines. That makes up the 4 cables going down to this building. The top wire of the 4 is the neutral, and you have 3 phases below that, each at 480 volts. So there's a delta configuration and there's a Y configuration. One provides commonly 277 volts, one provides 208 volts, and a transformer in the building taps off 120 volts to normal equipment that needs to be powered. But that's a 3-phase system right there, and if you can see on that center transformer, there's a 25 on there. So each transformer has 25 kilowatts capacity. That's a 3-phase power system, which residential houses do not have. This is shopping malls, industry. This building over here, it's a small data center internet provider. It's actually a really small joke of a data center. They have a whole 200 kilowatt generator out back. Ooh, big business. And this is their entire power source off the local power company. But there's a three-phase example for you.